Hi, welcome to your 5 moves and 5-minute workout video. All you need for this one is your mat. We're going to be focusing on those arms. I'm going to start you off with a little bit of a breakdown and then we'll get right into the full 5-minute workout. So when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, here we are getting into that breakdown. Let's start on our hands and knees and get into our first exercise. We're gonna bring those toes together. Knees are gonna be slightly apart. We're gonna reach our hips back to our heels and a little bit of a child's pose. And then as we lift on up, those legs are gonna separate. We're gonna bring those hips to a hover and we're gonna come down into a modified push-up, pressing those elbows directly behind us and making sure that we're bringing the elbows right to the sides of our shirt. We're also going to think about bringing our gaze forward just past that mat. Let's just do one more here. And now let's get into that next exercise. We're going to bring those legs right underneath our hips. We're going to extend one leg back, and this time we're going to come into a Peacock Push-Up. So the difference here is we're going to press down and lift our leg up at the same time, keeping that leg to a hover the whole time, keeping it activated, still pressing those elbows back. We're going to just do 2 more. And now let's get into that third exercise. We're gonna go bring both legs into a plank position. You're gonna find your spine nice and long. We're gonna take one hand to our opposite arm, tapping that shoulder, and then we're gonna bring the other hand to our other arm. Modified here, you can always keep those knees down on the mat. From there, we're gonna go ahead, come on down onto our elbows. Again, finding that modified with those knees down or coming into that full challenge by keeping those legs in plank. And we're gonna drop our chest onto the mat, squeeze those shoulders together, and then pressing back up into that plank position. And as we lift, we're gonna exhale. As we lower, we're gonna inhale. Following Pilates breathing, so inhaling through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. For that last exercise, we're actually gonna come all the way up and around to a seated position, taking those fingertips forward. We're gonna walk those feet back just slightly to bring those hips up, and then as we lower, we're gonna bring those hips to a hover, setting those elbows behind us. Now you can add one leg at a time to lift as we pulse up and down. So you can have a little combo here with that leg with the arms, or modified, keeping both feet flat. Last one, and come on down. Ooh, give yourself a little bit of a shake, and when you're ready, let's get into that full 5-minute workout. All right, let's come on around, hands and knees. Let's get those arms in just 5 minutes. Come on around with me when you're ready. Let's start with that child's pose position. Let's bring those hips back to our heels. And as we lift, come to our hover and press those elbows back. Ooh, good. So we are getting those biceps and those triceps, but we are working with lots of control, lots of resistance. So it's not about how far down you're going, it's the way that we're doing it. Making sure we're keeping that core pulled in towards the back of our spine, ribs knitted together, keeping that neck long. So we keep the work out of our lower back and right into the arms where we want it to. And you want to make sure you're still breathing. That's not only going to help you to get that energy moving, but it's also going to connect you a little bit more into that core. So we're keeping it a full body exercise, even though we're focusing on those arms. Let's do 2 more. And let's come to that second exercise, bringing those knees right underneath those hips. You're gonna extend one leg to the back. Now modified, you can always keep that leg down. Let's come into that Peacock Push-Up. So the chest goes forward, elbows again frame the sides of your shirt as you come down. And again, we're moving in one piece, so even if we're coming just about an inch down, totally fine. You wanna work in a place where you can keep that alignment strong. And you know, the more you do this, the stronger you get, the further down you are gonna be able to go. We've got 2 more. And let's go ahead and bring the other leg up. And once again, we're gonna bring that chest forward, dive it down. Now you may find that one side is a little bit easier, totally normal. Especially if those hamstrings, the back of your leg are feeling a little tight. The side might be a little bit easier, or maybe a little bit more difficult. No worries there. Woo, you feeling those arms fired up? I know mine are. Can you keep that leg working? Keep it reaching away as you come forward. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together as you drop to the mat. Last one. Beautiful. Now let's come into our plank position. Modified here, those knees are staying flat to the mat. Either way, we're gonna bring one hand up to our opposite arm and tap up towards that shoulder, rocking slightly, but not too much through those hips. Find that breath, exhaling out as that opposite hand reaches the opposite shoulder. Good. Let's go here for 8. Ooh, yes, and I know you're feeling those abs as well. Remember, we're getting everything working here, not just those arms. Taking everything into consideration. Maybe feel a little squeeze to that seat. Got 2 more here. And let's tap it down onto our elbows. From here, you're gonna press your chest down right between those hands, squeeze the shoulders together, and then lift back up. Now check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Is that low back a little tight? Just drop those knees down, come to that hover, or stay in that full plank, especially if you're looking for that full challenge. Yes, you're opening up that chest as you drop, and then you're pressing with that core as you lift for 4. Go for 3. Last 2. And let's come all the way up. Bring those feet around. Fingertips stay pointing forward. And we're gonna bring our hips off of the mat. We're gonna lift as we lower. We're gonna press those elbows back. Fast the whole time. So we're getting the biceps and the triceps working. We're staying in alignment, keeping that work out of our neck, shoulders, low back, keeping it in the core, in the seat, and in those arms. Now, if you want more of a challenge, add one leg to lift and lower with you. So everything's coming up and down in one piece. Woo! I know those arms are fired up. You're listening to your body, you're taking those breaks where you need to, you're pushing yourself, you're going for that full challenge, but we've just got 5 minutes, so why not try to go for it here? Give it all you got. That breath is gonna help, so make sure you're exhaling out. Good. Now if you can, stay with me for a little bonus here. I'm throwing a bonus round in. Stay low, pulse it out from here. Woo! Yes, I know you're feeling it. This is so good. Go for 8, 7. Breathe it out for 4, 3, 2. You made it. Come all the way around. Stay with me for that full stretch. Give those arms a good shake. Taking one arm over. And then bringing the other arm over. And ooh, you feel that core too, right? It's so good. Bring those palms together. Drop those shoulders. Close those eyes. Last couple breaths here. Inhaling. And exhaling out. Palms over your heart. Final inhale. And exhale. Release. Give yourself a big round of applause. You made it. Keep on stretching. Make sure you give me a like, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye.